That in her last fight scored a beautiful takedown and a rear naked choke in the first round. I can't think of a bigger talent in women's MMA right now.
Kom her! Ja, that's good.
Cornelia Holm just drops the massive bombshell message aimed directly at Dakota Ditcheva. Nobody expected what would happen next. This is the story of how pre-fight confidence turned into a devastating reality check inside the cage. Dakota Ditcheva and Cornelia Holm, from trash talk to knockout. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell because you won't want to miss what happens next.
Kom igen! That's good! That's good! That's good! Kom igen! Let's go! Turn! Let him turn! Go! Kom igen!
Cornelia Holm didn't hold back. In a pre-fight interview that went viral, she sent a massive bombshell message directly to Dakota Ditcheva, claiming superiority in every aspect of the game. But, I mean, for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling. Obviously, I would like to take it to the ground, and I would feel that I'm definitely stronger there. Then I have a lot of confidence in my striking as well. So, like all around, I feel confident.
But I mean, for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling. Obviously, I would like to take it to the ground, and I would feel that I'm definitely stronger there. Then I have a lot of confidence in my striking as well. So, like all around,
Holm's confidence was sky high. She believed she had Dakota's number, claiming dominance in wrestling, striking, and overall fight IQ. The MMA community was buzzing. Was Cornelia right, or was she walking into a trap? But Dakota Ditcheva, she wasn't losing sleep over the trash talk. Her response was calm, calculated, and carried the quiet confidence of a true finisher. When asked about all the pre-fight talk from her opponents throughout the tournament, Dakota delivered a response that would prove prophetic. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
That's the difference right there. While Holm was busy making predictions, Dakota was focused on preparation. She didn't need to respond with words. She was planning to respond with violence. And that's exactly what happened. But it didn't stop there. After Dakota's interview went public, Cornelia Holm took to Twitter and dropped another bombshell, doubling down on her claims and firing back at Dakota's confidence. The online back and forth had fans divided. Some backed Holm's wrestling credentials. Others knew Dakota's knockout power was something special. The stage was set. Two undefeated fighters, two massive egos, one cage. Only one would leave with their reputation intact. When the cage door finally shut, all the talk, all the tweets, all the predictions, none of it mattered anymore. This was about who could back it up. From the opening bell, Dakota Ditcheva took complete control. She stalked Cornelia Holm with calm, calculated aggression. Holm tried to stay light on her feet, flicking out jabs and trying to control the distance, but Dakota's timing was laser sharp.
After being dropped, good jab again from Dakota Ditcheva. Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
Oh!
The power drive!
Wow!
And then it! Dakota Ditcheva with the third round finish!
What a finish, beautiful.
Those leg kicks, absolutely brutal. Each one landed with a thud that echoed through the arena. Holm's movement slowed almost immediately. The wrestling specialist who promised to dominate on the ground couldn't even get close enough to attempt a takedown. By the end of round 1, Holm's midsection was bright red from vicious body kicks. She returned to her corner breathing heavily, already looking like she'd been through a war. Meanwhile, Dakota, completely unfazed, ice cold, focused, dangerous. The second round began with Cornelia Holm trying desperately to increase her output. She knew she was falling behind. The wrestling she promised? Nowhere to be found. The striking she was confident in, being picked apart piece by piece. But Dakota remained calm and composed, slipping punches and landing devastating counters. Then came the moment that had the entire arena on their feet, a spinning back elbow that connected flush on Holm's jaw, rocking her badly and drawing gasps from the crowd.
Good. Stay like this. Keep it control. Very good. He's working good. When you're ready, manipulate that head.
Holm backed up to the cage, exactly where Dakota wanted her. In the clinch, Dakota unleashed brutal knees and sharp hooks to the body. Each strike was punishing. Each shot was purposeful. Cornelia Holm's confidence was crumbling with every passing second. The fighter who talked so much before the fight was now just trying to survive. By the start of round 3, everyone in that arena knew what was coming. The writing was on the wall. Dakota Ditcheva smelled blood, and she wasn't going to let this go to the judges. Within the first minute, Dakota fainted low, forcing Holm to drop her hands, and then, boom! A perfectly timed overhand right landed clean on Cornelia Holm's chin. Holm staggered backward, her legs wobbling, clearly hurt. Dakota didn't hesitate. She swarmed in like a shark sensing prey. A flying knee clipped Holm's head, followed by a rapid-fire combination of punches that left Holm slumped against the cage, defenseless. The referee had seen enough. He jumped in and waved it off. TKO victory for Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win this fight, she made a statement. She didn't just defeat Cornelia Holm, she dismantled her. From striking to cage control, from power to composure, Dakota showed the entire world why she's undefeated and feared throughout the division. Holm's trash talk may have brought attention to the fight, but in the end, it only fueled the fire for one of Dakota's most commanding victories yet. After the fight, the contrast couldn't have been more stark. Cornelia Holm, who had been so vocal, so confident, so certain of her superiority, was left on the canvas. The bombshell messages, the Twitter wars, the promises of wrestling dominance, all silenced by one brutal finish. Dakota Ditcheva? She didn't gloat, she didn't trash talk back, she simply nodded, hugged her team, and walked out with her undefeated record intact and her reputation elevated even higher. Because at the end of the day, Dakota doesn't need to talk, she lets her fists do the talking, and they speak volumes.
Ditcheva, a huge favorite in this one. Inaba has embraced.
Let's go, ladies! Let's go! Welcome to Africa!
You know, the damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee right the middle from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off now.
Sumiko Inaba sent a massive bombshell message claiming she would become the new face of the PFL if she defeated Dakota. But Dakota had her own response, and what happened inside that cage shocked everyone. In a pre-fight interview, Inaba dropped this bombshell. I mean, she's the face of the PFL. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now? When asked to confirm, she doubled down with confidence. 100%. The interviewer hyped up the potential clash, noting that both fighters love to stand and trade. They pointed out that Ditcheva likes to make it a war, which meant this fight had all the ingredients for fireworks. The analysis suggested Dakota would need to keep her distance to win, but here's what made Inaba's challenge so significant. She wasn't just talking trash. She came into this fight with an 8-1 record, having competed for Bellator MMA where she racked up impressive wins. She had legitimate knockout power, having finished opponents with strikes, and she also had submission skills with an arm triangle choke victory on her resume.
Why?
Oh, what a knockdown! What a knockout! Sumiko Inaba is 4-0 with her third knockout win, getting it done in less than...
Inaba believed she had the experience, the power, and the hunger to dethrone Dakota. And with nothing to lose and everything to gain, she was all in on this opportunity. Now, how did Dakota respond to this challenge? Unlike some fighters who engage in back-and-forth trash talk, Ditcheva kept her composure and delivered a measured but confident response. When asked about facing Inaba, Dakota said, "I feel like one thing I will say is these girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. They're coming to take everything I have. You know, I won the tournament last year."
They literally want to come in and take everything I have, and that's how I have to approach every single fight. I have to protect every single ounce of my career, my life.
Expect fireworks, and you won't be disappointed on July 19th.
She's no walkover, but I don't think she's on my level. I'm going to show that in South Africa.
Dakota then broke down her opponent's credentials. Abasayamo, she's 8-1, I think. She's no more. Like, she knows what she's doing. She was with Bellator before the PFL. So she's been around. She's experienced. And I know that she's going to come and give everything she's got.
Winning the PFL Europe Championship was a big moment for me for sure, but I don't know whether I sunk it in enough.
Dakota Ditcheva, European champion.
I think straight away, as soon as I won it, I knew that I wanted to do this global season next.
She feels like she's ready to prove herself at the highest level.
We're here now, on our way, but the journey's not over and I'm ready to keep pushing on.
Nasty combination. Big knee, she's in trouble. That's the end.
My next opponent, Chelsea Hackett, she called me out last year, so I feel like, you know, she's got what she's wanted now, and it's give me that little bit of a push to really do well in this.
But then came Dakota's own bombshell response that shut down all the noise. But she's no problem for me. That statement right there shows the mentality of a champion. Dakota acknowledged her opponent's skills, respected her experience, but made it crystal clear that she was levels above. She wasn't going to engage in a war of words on Twitter or social media. She was going to let her hands do the talking inside that cage. And as we're about to see, Dakota backed up every single word. The stage was set for July 19, 2025 at PFL Champion Series 2 in Cape Town, South Africa. This wasn't just another fight on the card. This was a statement opportunity for both women. For Sumiko Inaba, this was her chance to prove she belonged at the elite level of the PFL and potentially become the new face of the promotion, just as she predicted.
And immediately Inaba blitzing forward. Front kick to the face. And a left hand from Dakota. Immediately, this thing gets wild.
I hate to disagree with Ian Parker, but I don't see this going to round number 2.
For Dakota Ditcheva, this was about defending her position as one of the most dangerous strikers in women's MMA and proving that her undefeated record wasn't a fluke. As fight night arrived, the question on everyone's mind was simple. Could Inaba back up her bold prediction, or would Dakota make her regret ever calling her out? Inaba came out aggressive, trying to pressure Dakota and impose her will, but Dakota's range management was absolutely brilliant. She immediately began using front kicks to the face, keeping Sumiko at the end of her strikes. One of those early front kicks landed flush, snapping Inaba's head back and setting the tone for what was to come. Dakota adjusted her strategy on the fly. She started throwing more kicks, more right hands, and more elbows. She refused to give Inaba any opportunity to capitalize on the injury. Throughout the entire fight, Dakota landed over 170 total strikes, an absolutely staggering output, especially considering she was fighting with a compromised hand.
Hey, under the body, here's the elbow, back elbow, and now a left hand. And she's showing off now.
And Inaba's face is starting to melt under this assault. Beautiful stuff from Ditcheva.
Another knee. And you don't know if it's going to hit you in the ribs, in the liver.
Near the end of the fight, you could see Dakota wince from her injured hand, but she still threw a final flurry to close out the fight strong. She wanted the finish, but Inaba's durability kept her standing until the final bell. When the final bell rang at the 5 o'clock mark of round 3, there was absolutely no doubt who had won this fight. All three judges scored it 30-27 for Dakota Ditcheva, a completely dominant, one-sided performance that answered every question and silenced every doubt.
Now this is where she was so dangerous, backed against the fence. With that tie plum, not having room to move.
This is where Dakota Ditcheva hunts the liver. She will attack the body with knees, and if she's given the space, rip a left hand to the midsection.
Last time out, Tyler Santos finished against the fence with body shots.
Despite her commanding victory, Dakota showed real emotion in the cage. She confirmed after the fight that she had indeed injured her left hand, and you could hear the frustration in her voice. Yeah, I think I've injured my left hand, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much. That statement right there shows the warrior mentality. Dakota wasn't celebrating the easy win. She was disappointed that an injury prevented her from potentially finishing the fight even more dominantly. The victory extended Dakota's undefeated record to 15-0, further cementing her position as one of the most dangerous fighters in women's MMA today. In her post-fight interview, Dakota also announced some huge news. I have just resigned from the PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together. She's looking ahead to face the winner of the upcoming Liz Carmouche versus Gina Bishop fight, and the women's flyweight division better be on notice. Dakota Ditcheva isn't slowing down. So what did this fight ultimately prove? First, Dakota Ditcheva is the real deal. Her striking is world-class. Her fighting IQ is elite, and her ability to adapt mid-fight even with an injury shows championship DNA. Second, Sumiko Inaba, despite the loss, proves she belongs at this level. Her toughness and durability are undeniable. Not many fighters can absorb 170-plus strikes and still be standing at the final bell. But most importantly, this fight was a reminder that talking is easy. Backing it up inside the cage is what separates the contenders from the champions.
Catching Inaba coming in.
Inaba asked if she would become the new face of the PFL by beating Dakota. Dakota answered that question with a resounding, "Not today, not ever." And that's how Dakota Ditcheva handled business against Sumiko Inaba, a dominant performance that lived up to her pre-fight confidence. What did you think of this fight? Did Dakota's performance impress you? And who do you want to see her fight next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep training, stay humble, and never stop fighting for your dreams.
Mickey, 6 fighters, 6 wins. Look at me. I deserve it. I promise you all.
Hello. Hi, how are you? You good? I wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And hey, congratulations, you're in. Welcome to the UFC.
Really?
Congratulations, Merry Christmas.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so
Desde o início, eu sempre tive essa, não sei se pode chamar, ambição mesmo, né? Esse sonho, essa ambição de ser a garota mais nova. Desde que eu botei a cabeça e eu percebi que o UFC não era um sonho tão distante, eu comecei a ser ambiciosa, entendeu? Então eu comecei a botar metas, e uma delas era ser a garota mais nova a entrar do UFC. Na verdade, a meta era entrar com 18, né? Aconteceu 4 dias depois, mas tudo bem, do jeito que foi, tá ótimo, amei. De fato, foi algo muito surreal. E até hoje, assim, quando a gente lembra, a gente ainda fica um pouco em choque com tudo que aconteceu, mas com aquele sentimento de alegria, né? De ter conseguido o que a gente queria de forma inimaginável, porque a gente nunca conseguiria imaginar que seria assim.
Alice Pereira, Golden Girl. She is the next Dakota for UFC with perfect 6-0 record, 3 KOs in first round, 1 KOs in second round 4, total KOs, and also 1 submission is she is the biggest threat of Dakota.
Vinte segundos para trocar. Cinco segundos. Escuta ali. Trocou aqui ó, entre vocês, ó.
At only 19 years old, Alice Pereira has already written her name in UFC history books, and she hasn't even been here that long. Known as the Golden Girl, Pereira has burst onto the MMA scene with a perfect professional record, highlight reel knockouts, and the kind of fearless mentality that has fans comparing her to one of the fastest rising stars in the sport today, Dakota Ditcheva.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
But what makes Alice Pereira so special? And can she really become the biggest threat to Dakota's dominance in women's MMA? Let's break it all down. When fighters enter the UFC at a young age, the spotlight is usually too bright, the competition too tough, and the pressure too overwhelming. But Alice Pereira doesn't fit that mold. She's undefeated at 6-0, and that record isn't padded with boring decisions or easy wins.
(136). 136 pounds, the official weight for Alice Pereira.
Thank you, Eddie.
Next to the scale, David Martinez.
4 of her 6 victories have come by knockout. 3 of those knockouts were in the very first round. 1 came in the second round. She also owns 1 submission victory, proving she's not just a striker, but a developing all-around fighter. And the craziest part? She's only been fighting professionally for a little over a year. While many fighters take years of regional circuit experience before getting their shot at the big stage, Pereira got noticed immediately for her aggressive style and finishing power. One of her most viral moments came in Dubai when she faced Hosanna Eni. The fight lasted only 11 seconds. Pereira came out like a storm, landed heavy shots, and finished with brutal ground and pound before most fans had even sat down. That performance sent a clear message. The Golden Girl is here to take over.
Yes. Yes. She said yes. No. Boom. Oh, she's so strong!
Alice Pereira is not just undefeated, she is also making history. At 19 years, 8 months, and 24 days old, she became the youngest female fighter to ever compete in the UFC. The previous record was held by South Korea's Chan Mi-jeon, who debuted at 19 years, 9 months, and 13 days in 2017. Pereira signed her UFC contract in December 2024, and the UFC wasted no time putting her on a big stage. Her debut came at Noche UFC 3 in San Antonio, Texas, an event celebrating Mexico's Independence Day. On that card, Pereira faced Montserrat Rondon, a veteran 17 years older than her. The fight was no easy debut. Rondon is tough, experienced, and already had UFC wins under her belt. While Pereira dropped a close split decision in her debut, the performance proved she belonged. Unlike many young prospects who crumble when things don't go their way, Pereira showed heart, grit, and determination. And remember, she's just 19. This is only the beginning. Born on December 20th, 2005, in Feira de Santana, Bahia, Brazil, Pereira represents the next wave of Brazilian talent making waves in the UFC.
$136. 136 pounds, the official weight for Alice Pereira.
Thank you, Eddie.
Next to the scale, David Martinez.
Her physical tools immediately stand out. At 5 feet 10 with a 71-inch reach, she towers over many in her division. That length gives her the ability to control range, land jabs, and punish shorter opponents. Combined with her knockout power, she's one of the rare bantamweights who can finish fights quickly and violently.
Estou muito feliz, estou muito animada, estou me sentindo ainda mais com aquele sentimento de garra, de ânsia, né, por conquistar finalmente, né, a conquista de fato, né, que é estrear, que é lutar. Então, meus sentimentos é realmente de alegria e ímpeto para fazer o meu melhor.
And just to clear it up, despite sharing the same last name, Alice Pereira is not related to Alex Pereira, the former UFC middleweight and light heavyweight champion. Both are Brazilian, both are dangerous strikers, but there's no family connection. So what makes Pereira such a dangerous fighter? Let's take a closer look. 1. Striking power. Pereira's biggest weapon is her power. For a 19-year-old, she punches like a seasoned veteran. Her knockout ratio proves it. 4 out of her 6 wins have come by KO. She throws loopy hooks and heavy overhangs that can catch opponents from unusual angles. Two, aggression. Pereira doesn't wait around. She comes forward early, pressures her opponents, and forces them to react. This style is why 3 of her wins came in the first round. She overwhelms fighters before they can settle into the fight. 3. Finishing instinct. Not every fighter knows how to close the show when they hurt someone. Pereira does. Once she smells blood, she swarms with combinations and doesn't give her opponent time to recover. 4. Flashy techniques. She loves mixing in creative strikes, jumping knees, Superman punches, and spinning shots. These flashy moves keep fans entertained, but they also keep her opponents guessing. 5. Weaknesses.
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
The UFC flyweight division might want to take notice because there's a storm brewing across organizations. After Kayla Harrison's bold proclamation that Dakota Ditcheva is a killer and the future of MMA, another veteran fighter has stepped forward with an even more direct warning about the British sensation.
Not in the UFC yet, but look at Dakota Ditcheva. She is a scary striker, and she's an amazing athlete, right? But her mom was Muay Thai world champion, so she came up in this sport and has been doing it her whole entire life.
Today, we're breaking down why Juliana Killer Miller's latest comments about Dakota Ditcheva have sent shockwaves through the MMA community, and whether this undefeated PFL champion could be the biggest problem the UFC women's flyweight division has never faced. Let's start with the bombshell that's got everyone talking. Juliana Killer Miller, the veteran fighter known for her no-nonsense approach, didn't mince words when asked about Dakota Ditcheva's striking prowess and perfect 15-0 record. Miller stated, and I quote, "Dakota isn't just another prospect. She's a legitimate threat to every girl in the UFC flyweight division. Her striking is surgical, her power is real, and that 15-0 record isn't padded with easy fights. The UFC girls better wake up because this British fighter is coming, and she's bringing problems they've never seen before."
Here we go! Right on the money, baby!
Now, this isn't just random hype. Miller has been in there with elite competition throughout her career, so when she calls someone a legitimate threat, people listen. But what makes this warning even more significant is the timing.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Just weeks after Kayla Harrison, now the UFC bantamweight champion, called Ditcheva a killer and the future of MMA, we're seeing more established fighters echoing these sentiments. Harrison knows elite talent when she sees it, having trained alongside Ditcheva at American Top Team.
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
Let's talk numbers, because that 15-0 record isn't just impressive. It's downright terrifying for future opponents. Here's what makes Dakota Ditcheva so dangerous. She's finished 14 out of her 15 professional wins. That's a 93% finish rate that would make even the most elite UFC fighters jealous. Her most recent victory came against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos. And she didn't just beat Santos, she became the first person to ever finish her.
Should never fuck nobody without telling me. Right back home,
But it's not just the numbers, it's how she's getting these finishes. Ditcheva has been dropping opponents with devastating body shots that leave them crumpled on the canvas. Her Muay Thai background, remember, she was a world champion before transitioning to MMA, gives her striking combinations that most fighters have never encountered.
Watch them, vale, manca un minuto e mezzo. Un minuto e mezzo, vale. Attenta che entra la ginocchiata. Vale, ti muovi meglio. Ha detto che ti devi muovere. Fuck, Valentino, throw the shot. Capisci, vale, fai la matta.
You can't open that over. You gotta pull and go to the back. Okay. You gotta circle away and get the kick. You are it. Time, ladies and gentlemen. Danger.
Look at this. Look at this.
At just 26 years old, she captured the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Championship and that $1 million prize, becoming